Ninth Biology, Unit 20, Organ Systems in Animals. In the first video, we learned the names of different organ systems and their functions. In this part, we are going to start the structure of digestive system. In video 2, we start the digestive system. Here we will learn up to esophagus. In the second part of the digestive system, we will learn in the next video. We need energy to do work. The energy comes from food. Our food is a complex substance. We cannot directly get energy from the food because it is insoluble substance. It should be broken down into smaller substances. The body cannot use this complex food unless it is converted into simple substances. Large insoluble food molecules are converted into small water soluble molecules. The food is a large insoluble molecules. Food is made up of large insoluble molecules. During digestion, smaller water soluble molecules are obtained from the food. These water soluble molecules are carried by the blood. These smaller substances are absorbed through the small intestine into the bloodstream. Through the small intestine wall, the water soluble digested nutrients are transferred into the blood. The blood distributes the nutrients to all the cells. Inside the cells, energy is produced. Nutrition is a broader term. Digestion is a part of nutrition. Nutrition includes ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Intake of food is called as ingestion. We intake food through our mouth. Breaking of food into insoluble simpler substances is called as digestion. In digestion, larger complex food is broken down into simpler substances. Absorption. The nutrients obtained after digestion are absorbed into the blood through the wall of small intestine. Assimilation. Nutrients after digestion are used by the cells to produce energy or to produce new substances. This is assimilation. Undigested food is removed from the body by the process egestion. The digestive system consists of two sets of organs. They are alimentary canal or digestive tract. It is also called as gastrointestinal tract. It is a tube, coiled tube and muscular tube. Second, the digestive glands. Digestive glands and alimentary canal together form our digestive system. Alimentary canal is a muscular tube, cylindrical tube. It starts from mouth and ends in anus. It's a passage starting from the mouth and ending with the anus. This is alimentary canal. Salivary glands are found inside the mouth. Gastric glands are found inside the stomach. And this is liver. And opposite to the liver, there is pancreas. Inside the intestine, intestinal glands are there. These glands and the alimentary canal together form our digestive system. The first part of the digestive system is mouth. Alimentary canal is a muscular coiled tubular structure. It has mouth and mouth cavity is called as buccal cavity. Pharynx. Pharynx is a common way for the respiratory air and food from mouth. Esophagus, food pipe. Stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. These are the parts of the alimentary canal. Mouth is a opening. It leads to mouth cavity. Mouth cavity is followed by pharynx. Pharynx leads to the tube called as esophagus or food pipe. The esophagus opens into stomach, a bag-like structure. Stomach is followed by small intestine. This is small intestine. That is followed by large intestine. This is large intestine. At the end, there is anus. What is mouth? It's our opening. Mouth leads to mouth cavity. Mouth is bounded by lips, upper lip and lower lip. Mouth opens into mouth cavity. Mouth is covered with lips, and the top of the mouth has palate. The palate separates mouth cavity from nasal cavity. And on the side we have jaws. At the back side there is throat, and the jaws have teeth. There is a tongue inside the mouth. The tongue mixes the food with saliva, and tongue also rolls the food for swallowing. We have two sets of teeth. This condition is called as diffeodont. The first set of teeth are called as milk teeth. They are 20 in number. They fall down. The first appearing set of 20 teeth are called temporary or milk teeth or baby teeth. They fall down and they are replaced by permanent teeth of 32. Each jaw has 16 teeth. This condition of two sets of teeth is called as diffeodont. Di means two. Thecodont. A teeth has two parts. One is crown, another one is root. This is crown, visible part, and the root is inserted into the gum. This is gum line. The root part of a tooth is inserted into the gum. This condition is called a thecodont. Each tooth has a root fitted in the gum. Hetero means different. We have 4 different types of teeth. This condition is called as heterodont. We have incisors at the front, corner canine, followed by premolars, at the end molars. Molars, premolars are grinding teeth. Canine is used for tearing. Incisors are used for cutting the food. Incisors, canine, premolars and molars are the 4 types of teeth in human. One half of teeth in a jaw is similar to the another half. For an example, if we take the upper jaw, the right side of the teeth on the upper jaw are the mirror images of the opposite side. So the dental formula represents the different number of different types of teeth on one side of the jaw, one half of the jaw. Dental formula represents the number of 4 different types of teeth on one half of a jaw. Dental formula represents the number of different types of teeth present in each half of a jaw. When we see the dental formula of milk teeth, in one half of a jaw there are 2 incisors and 1 canine and 2 premolars. Incisors 2, canine 1, premolar 2. There are 5 teeth in one half of a jaw. So both the halves, 5 plus 5, 10. So incisors 2, canine 1, premolar 2. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5. Another half, 5. So upper jaw has 10 teeth. We have two jaws, upper jaw and lower jaw. So 10 into 2, 20. Number of milk teeth are 20. When we see the Tyndall formula of permanent teeth, they are 32. One half of a jaw has 8 teeth. Incisors 1, canine 2, premolar 2, molar 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. Incisors, canine, premolar, molar. So one half of a jaw has 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8 teeth. Another half, 8. 8 plus 8, 16. So one jaw has 16 teeth. We have two jaws. So 16 into 2 is equal to 32. This is about the dental formula. So there are 8 incisors. They are cutting and used in biting. Canines are 4 in number. The canine are used for tearing and piercing. Canine are for very sharp in carnivorous animals like tiger, lion. Premolars are 8, molars are 12. The premolar molar are used in crushing and grinding the food. Molars are used for mastication. Mastication means mixing the food. We have 3 pairs of salivary glands inside the mouth. The largest glands are parotid glands. The smallest glands are sublingual and submaxillary or submandibular glands are the 3 pairs of salivary glands found inside the mouth cavity. Parotid glands are the largest. They are found in the cheek in front of the ears. Sub means below. Sublingual glands are found below the tongue. Submaxillary or submandibular glands are found below the angle of lower jaw. Maxilla is upper jaw, mandible is lower jaw. Submaxillary or submandibular glands are found below the angle of lower jaw. So these are parotid, opposite to the ears in the cheek region. Sublingual glands are found below the tongue. Submandibular glands are found below the angle of lower jaw. These 3 pairs of salivary glands secrete saliva of 1.5 liters per day. The salivary glands secrete 1.5 liters of saliva per day. The saliva has enzyme ptyalin or amylase. It is called a salivary amylase. It is digestive enzyme. It breaks the food. And lysozyme. It kills bacteria. The ptyalin converts or breaks starch. Starch is a polysaccharide. When we eat cooked rice, that is starch. The starch is broken down into disaccharide, maltose. Starch is converted into maltose by ptyalin or amylase present in the saliva. Poly means many. Many sugar units form starch. Maltose has 2 sugar units. 2 glucose units form maltose. It is disaccharide. So digestion starts in mouth. Lysozyme kills bacteria. It digests bacterial cell wall. It is antibacterial enzyme. The tongue is a part of mouth. It mixes the food with saliva, that is mastication, and rolls the food back for swallowing. It also acts as a sense organ. Tongue is a muscular sensory organ which helps in mixing the food with saliva. It acts as a sense organ because it has taste buds. The taste buds present in the tongue help to recognize different types of taste found in the food. And the masticated food in the buccal cavity becomes a bolus. Bolus, the swallowable form of food, is called as bolus, which is rolled by the tongue and passed through the pharynx into the esophagus by swallowing. Through the pharynx, the food is transferred into the esophagus, that is swallowing. Tongue helps in swallowing. What does the tongue do? It rolls the food back into the pharynx for swallowing. So while swallowing, we have to think one thing. This is bolus. The bolus passes. This is tongue. The tongue pushes the food back into the pharynx. This is pharynx. Nose also opens into the pharynx. Mouth opens into the pharynx. Nose also opens into the pharynx. This is trachea or windpipe. The opening in the windpipe, it is called as glottis. The food, there is chance for the food to pass into the windpipe, but that does not happen because the opening glottis is closed by this epiglottis while swallowing. While swallowing, this epiglottis closes the opening glottis. So windpipe is closed while swallowing. So the food is swallowed into the esophagus, that is food pipe. See here, when the food is swallowed, the epiglottis closes the glottis. So food does not enter into the windpipe, it passes through the food pipe. Pharynx is a common area for respiratory system and digestive system. The pharynx is a membrane lined cavity behind the nose and mouth. The pharynx opens into the esophagus. It is a tube 22 centimeters in length. This esophagus opens into the stomach. Pharynx leads to the esophagus. The length of esophagus is 22 centimeters. The wall of the esophagus shows wave-like movement from one end to another end. Wave-like movement is seen on the wall of the esophagus, that is called as peristalsis. The muscular wall shows contraction and expansion. The muscular wall of esophagus shows contraction and expansion that causes wave-like movement called as peristalsis. This peristalsis helps the movement of food from pharynx into the stomach. When the food passes through, this is contraction, this is expansion, again contraction. Here contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion. Because of the contraction and expansion, that is peristalsis, the food is passing down through the esophagus and reaches the stomach. So we have discussed up to the esophagus. The remaining part in the digestive system are stomach, small intestine, large intestine, anus, then the glands, pancreas, liver, and we go to learn absorption, assimilation, that we will discuss in the next video in part 3.